It's a mad one, really, because it's like, I think like everything with Brighton, it's just like it's a city of contrast. Like, as a brown person myself, I have mixed experiences of Brighton when it comes to race, more positive than negative, to be honest. I've not experienced much racism here, have once, about 2 years ago, but I feel like actually you still feel like a minority, partly because the diversity is so spread across the city. There's never like one part of the city where you feel is like ethnic, which is on some levels kind of good in terms of like integrated. And on other levels, you don't get those nice concentrations of like culture, like Indian sweet shops and West Indian food shops and stuff like that. And I think those kind of things actually do well in nurturing like community cohesion and understanding of different cultures. So it's mixed, man. I mean, I'm a dad. I've got 2 boys. One of them looks a bit brown. One of them just looks white, blue-eyed, blonde hair. But for me as a parent, like, diversity was really important in terms of choosing schools to go to. And I've got to say, like, there's only 1 or 2 schools I know about where kids from black and brown backgrounds are common. Do you know what I mean? In Carlton Hill School, just around the corner here, is where my kids went to primary school, and one of them still is. Like in some classes, half the class is black and brown, and again, that still feels really unusual in Brighton. So Brighton's more diverse than where I grew up. I grew up in a village just outside Derby. But my point being that because I wasn't exposed to a lot of diversity, I didn't actually spot racism when it happened.
So my daughter, she's got a son that goes to, and they called this meeting for all the parents, and when they got there, it was only the parents of the black children that were invited, and they were like, what's going on? Yeah, look at your face, yeah. And when they started the conversation, it was about county lines.
What?
I see more white children in county lines than I do black, because, being black, we are very aware that my son cannot just roam the streets. He has to have a purpose and a mission to go A to B.
It's slow, but it actually is going really well, which many people wouldn't probably see from the outside. Now, I would say it's not perfect. We've got a long way to go, and I'd say, real change won't happen in my lifetime, maybe not even in our children's lifetime. But I think we're lucky to work for a council like Brighton and Hove in particular right now, who've made a commitment to being on a journey, if you like, toward becoming an anti-racist local authority, with the appointment of roles like mine, with the appointment of additional role, anti-racist lead practitioner, who focuses on practice. And I don't know whether you're aware, there's also an education anti-racist advisor role and a wider council anti-racist strategy. So I personally feel that, as a local authority, yes, there's a long way to go, but I think Brighton and Hove have been quite brave in their commitment to actually have developed all these different posts, and not just develop these different roles with people in them to try and enhance and change practice, but they've also been quite loud and vocal about it, really, in terms of advertising their commitment to becoming an anti-racist local authority on their website, which anyone can go on and look at. I think this event in particular, that has been hosted, organised by AudioActive, with our support and the support of the youth service and others, and the Yes project from the Marina, is a brilliant way to try and bring young people together, to think about how we bring community together and think about how we hear the voices of our young people.